This is 5 England fans versus 5 Scotland fans. I'm going to read out 5 statements and these lads have got to debate who's got the better side. England, are we ready?
Yeah!
Scotland, are we ready?
Yeah!
Let's get into the first statement. Celtic and Rangers would get relegated if they were in the Premier League today. Actually, mate, I want to stop you there. I've got a little special guest. Please, could you move it?
Sit in.
10 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
So you believe Celtic and Rangers will stay up in the Premier League, Mr. Scott Brown? Nice to meet you, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
You think? Why do you think they'll stay up? Quality-wise?
Quality-wise, give it a couple of years and we'll be right up there. We get 100 million for getting relegated. That's sounds good, that. Eh? You get 150 million for staying in the Premier League. To win the Scottish Premier League, we get 4 million.
Yeah.
Right, and the last time when money was equal, Liverpool came up, a really, really good team, and we sent them back down the road packing.
But at the moment, the money, you would say, obviously isn't equal.
I'm getting there, I'm getting a bit of money, I'm getting there.
I'll let you finish.
So money's a big fact,
Yeah.
right? We've not got teams that are buying us for billions, we've not got billions to spend. We have to try and bring homegrown players in and make the best of the financial situation because we can't all have a big, massive pot at the end of the rainbow. So we have to make sure financially the clubs are stable. Some of them. Some of them.
Hey.
But yeah, look, I think at this moment in time we'd have to graft, really graft to stay in the Premier League to start with, and then from there we'd push on. Look, Celtic Park, Ibrox, they would fill it week in, week out, and they would expand the stadium. They would have to, because the amount of Rangers fans and Celtic fans all over the world is probably competing with Man United, probably competing with Arsenal.
I don't know about Man United and Arsenal, but I will give it to you. There's a lot of Celtic and Rangers fans.
We're maybe not quite there, but we're not far
Tottenham
away.
or something, I'll give you that or something. You know, maybe got more than Tottenham. But my point would be is that if Celtic was to come over now, if Celtic and Rangers, let's say the start of this summer, end of this summer, they came over now with current facilities, obviously there'd be room for improvement in terms of financial, TV deals, etc. But if they were to come in now, I don't doubt that fans turn up every week, you'd sell the stadium out every week. I have no doubt in that. But it's more the quality. If you look at what Celtic and Rangers have been used to playing against for the past, decades, etc. Coming from that to the Premier League, you've played the game a lot better than I have. The level of intensity.
I wouldn't bet on it.
The level of intensity in the Scottish League, let alone the Premier League, is such a big difference. I think you see that a lot.
I'll hit you on that one.
When Scottish
Premier League players have came up, struggled. We sent them back down the road.
But then you also got Oxlade-Chamberlain, banging them in.
To be fair, Keelan's no bad start. To be fair, I'll give him that. Who do you support?
Arsenal. So I want him to do well as well,
He will do well.
I want him to do well, but
You've been up to a Celtic game?
I don't know about that. I've never been to Celtic.
You've never been, so
how
can you now come and say...
But I've seen Celtic. You play Celtic,
but
Rangers
you've been
play
in the
each
stadium
other.
to see what it's like. It's all right on telly when you only see half a pitch. But you
Yeah,
see the
but-
intensity, the levels, the
But I go to
understanding
Premier
of
League
the game.
games, like Arsenal season ticket holder. I watch football. I go football weekly. I've done away
Do you
games.
think it gets a wee bit too boring?
Boring?
Yeah, winning games all the time. It
Hey,
doesn't,
it's a recent
amazing,
one
I
for
love it as
us. It's a recent one for us. But I think the whole point of the the Scottish Premier League is going back to the point is that Rangers and Celtic. If I'm looking at the quality of the Premier League at the moment, you've got West Ham, Tottenham that are currently fighting relegation. Tottenham could be going into the next couple of weeks in relegation battle at the time of recording. I think that Rangers facilities, Celtic's facilities, squad depth, everything, players they could attract. Not only the fact that you're in Scotland, the access to airports, etc., is a lot more of a hotspot in London, etc. So for players coming over from different countries, attracting new players, you've always got that London appeal. I know we had it with Alexis Sanchez at Arsenal. Preferred to go to Arsenal because of London instead of Liverpool, and you're always going to have that factor. I've got a few friends up in Scotland. Always, the weather, etc., a bit different up there.
Have you been to Scotland?
I have.
Do you love the weather?
I'd love the weather.
Do you?
No, I don't. I hate the weather. I hate the weather anyway. But
the weather's a slight problem.
The weather's a slight problem. But I'm thinking of genuinely attracting players. That's something that a player coming from, I don't know, a La Liga side might actually think about. And we've seen with Zubimendi and stuff like this, it's happened in the past where players take stuff like that into consideration.
Yep.
So in terms of attracting players, I think your level of attraction compared to some of the clubs near the bottom of the league, maybe Brighton, West Ham, Tottenham, that are generally at the bottom of the league at the moment. I'm not saying, I think you could probably do a better job than Wolves have this season, but they're right at the bottom. 3 teams get relegated.
So your question was, would we stay in the Premier League?
Yeah, I think you'd get relegated first season.
I think they'd stay in. Because
First season.
I think first season comes in, they would spend straight away, knowing they're in the English Premier League, knowing they're going to get
But
that
who
money.
would want to go to Celtic and Rangers?
So money talks.
Yeah, but a lot of clubs have got money. Look at Nottingham Forest. How much money have they spent? And look where they are in the league.
Depends on the quality of the manager.
They've gone through 4 this season. They can't get. They've tried everything at the moment.
Big man up top decides what happens. Yeah. I'm not going to argue with him.
Yeah. If you're watching, we didn't say anything wrong.
But it's fan base, quality wise, they will attract because As soon as you do well at Celtic Rangers, you become a hero for years, and you're noticed everywhere all over the world, like Man United's and Arsenal's.
Yep.
It is, and people want that. People love that, but they also love coming into a stadium that's full of passion, that's full of love, that's a proper environment. Down in England, how many stadiums are half full?
I can't talk for certain fan bases, but I know
Man
that
City.
Man City, I can't talk for Man City. You know, I'm an Arsenal fan. Any Man City slander, you can keep it coming. I'm not going to. I'm not going to disagree
I've not been
with
to a
you.
Man City game.
But my point is that
Brighton's came from.
you wouldn't be competing with the Arsenals, and I think you'd accept.
No,
you
not
wouldn't be
right away,
competing with
no.
the United's Arsenals anyway, no matter.
Your
like,
question was
maybe in
would
20
you stay,
years.
would you stay in the league?
But first season, 2026, 2027, Celtic and Rangers are in the Premier League.
We stay in.
I believe that you're not better than the 3 worst teams in the Premier League at the moment.
So we'll get so much money, knowing that you're going to get relegated.
But you'd get more than West Ham.
We'd get similar to.
They've
what-
got a big stadium, revenue, London, and they've spent millions on players, and they're still at the bottom.
Yeah,
Gone
but
through
I-
different managers,
I
top managers.
agree with that, but it all depends on personnel that you bring in. It all depends on recruitment. It all depends on strategy.
And do you trust Celtic and Rangers recruitment team? You do with that amount of money? I don't know much about Scottish football, but I've seen a
The
bit.
more money that brings in, the better quality player that it brings in, better staff member, better manager, better.
But it'd also be a new experience for your club. So Celtic and Rangers, like you said, the
But
Premier League
it's also
deal,
a
they're not
different
used to that
experience.
amount of money. Look when teams get a load of QPR, when they first got injected a load of money, they're spending millions and millions on Chris Samba, etc.
But it's all about your recruitment, and
Is
that
it-
goes from Man City all the way down to West Ham.
So first season, you think your recruitment
You
team,
have to get spotted.
do you think they'd adjust quick enough in one season to go from the SPL? Because of the gap in quality, I think there's such a gap.
Especially at
adjusting.
Celtic now, they've had Champions League. They understand you're not always going to dominate the ball. There's a lot of better teams there, but it's how you grind out results.
Is
And
the SPL better quality than Championship? Forget the Premier League, so just the Championship, would you say?
the Championship?
Currently as it stands.
There's more money in the Championship than
Yeah.
the SPL
That-
as well.
I
There's
agree.
probably bigger wages as well.
Agree?
There's Rangers, Celtic, Hibs, Hearts, Aberdeen there that are
Agree.
the big clubs. They would stay in the Championship. No,
No,
problem
but I'm not
whatsoever.
asking, do you think at the moment SPL, all teams involved as one on an average, do you think it's a better league
It's-
than the Championship quality-wise? Not talking fans,
Quality-wise-
passion, quality-wise.
There's been a lot of really good players went down and flew in the Championship in England
Yeah.
and in the Premier League. You look at Robbo.
Yeah,
Robbo
exactly.
came from Dundee United, who was 5th, 6th in the league at that point in time.
Yeah.
Went down to Hull, done really well at Hull, and then jumped on again. John McGinn, another one. John
You could
McGinn.
talk about like Reece James, Championship, Morgan Rogers,
Yeah,
Ollie
yeah,
Watkins as
and
well.
I think that's
Down as well. But my point is that the Championship, I would say, I would class as a stronger league than the Scottish League at this present time.
I think overall,
Overall.
I think to who the person that's going to win the league,
Yeah.
there's more chance of 5 or 6 or 7
In the
teams going to
Championship.
win the Championship
The playoffs
than there
gets
is
interesting.
in the Scottish Premier League. At this moment in time, there's 3 teams.
3 teams that could possibly,
And
yeah, of
that-
course.
that'll win it.
Right, very good debate, boys. I can see very strong arguments from both sides.
Put me in one there.
I have thrown you in the deep end with an
You turn it up with that hat on, put your selling one. Can't you turn up with a hat onto a podcast?
I'm not going to talk about haircuts.
I think very good points from both sides, but overall within the arguments, I'm purely based on the arguments that I made. I'm sorry, Scott, it's number 9.
Yes, boys, we love that.
Gotta give this one to
A
England.
red card, you've been dying on doing that all day.
England, respect for the
Thank you
first
very
time
much.
Scotsman showing a red card, is
Yeah,
it?
I've got to give him 1.
Right, use fucking use better win this. Fuck them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus us. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I mean, let's not worry about a podcast. Let's really show them WWE. Look at the big man's like, I'm fucking ready.
At the end of round 1, it is 1-0 to the England fans.
Come on.
Big up yourselves. Now it's time for the second statement. If we mixed the English and Scottish leagues in 1992 when the Premier League was formed, there would not be a Scottish winner to this day. 3, 2, 1.
You know what, I'm going to let you go first on this. I'm so confident that I'm going to win this. I'll let you speak first. Have your point.
So you believe if that both leagues were mixed, that there would absolutely be a Scottish winner since 1992?
100%.
And who are the teams that you think would actually win the league?
So I think Celtic's 2002-03 season,
Okay.
run up to UEFA Cup final, would have won the league within the year before that or the year after.
Okay.
And at least Rangers 95 onwards teams to 99 would have at least won the league in that time as well. Do you want my reasons or do you want to rebuttal that?
Oh, have your reasons, please.
So, reasons for Celtic's team at that point, we had Larsson, Sutton, you've got Bobo Baldi at the back, you've got Paul Lambert, absolute maestro of players, made it all the way to European Cup final, knocking out on the way Blackburn 3-0, 3-1, Liverpool 3-0 as well on aggregate. So we've already defeated 2 of your teams.
Okay.
Years previous, Blackburn won the Premier League. So you're telling me that this team that beat them comfortably over 2 legs, got all the way to Jose Mourinho's final team in Porto and lost, wouldn't have won the Premier League in that time?
Great. But you lost.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's okay. But you're saying that in a Europa League final, not a Champions League final, a Europa League final, you lost. And that the losers of that Europa League final will have won the Premier League with teams such as Manchester United, as Arsenal. Great, you beat Liverpool, fantastic. Liverpool, they were nothing that year. They finished 5th, if I'm correct. Would you have beaten Chelsea? Would you have beaten Tottenham? Who knows? I can't even say that for sure. That year, whilst you make a compelling argument that, okay, sure, you know, you got to the 2003 Europa League final, at the end of the day, you still lost. And it wasn't a Champions League final. So for that year, that's the best Celtic team you can come up with in terms of challenging for the Premier League. Not good enough,
No.
quite frankly.
So if you look at that season as well, round about the 2002-03 season, Man United's team at that point in time, look at the centre-back pairing, Veron, Hines, that's all you've got. Imagine Henrik Larsson up against them.
Sure.
Imagine Chris Sutton absolutely slamming them in.
Great.
Off the top of the head. Imagine Hartson against them.
That team came toe-to-toe with the Galacticos of Real Madrid. They came toe-to-toe with them, and they just about lost. If we're going to talk about losing since they lost the final.
That's your point. So
that's
they lost it,
my
they
sort of
didn't
rebuttal.
make it to the final.
That's the thing, but that was Champions League. You're talking about the Europa League now. Okay? At the end of the day, I still think that Man United squad thrashes that Celtic squad. Quite respectfully, but they thrashed them. The only argument I would even agree with you in terms of maybe Celtic or Rangers, in this case Celtic, winning the Premier League was in 2016, right? When Leicester won the Premier League. But even then, I don't think you're better than Arsenal that year. Don't think you're better than Leicester in that year. I don't think you're better than Tottenham in that year. So United, Man City, I'll go for Man City.
So in 1992, Man City would have been top team.
From 92 to now, right? From 92 to now. Okay,
We're going from 92.
Let's go old school
Yeah,
then.
let's go.
Man United, Arsenal,
Yeah.
Chelsea. I'm not having anyone say Chelsea were rubbish before that.
Well, they were. Don't have
They
Jose
were,
Mourinho, don't have the money, so-
Actually, won the FA Cup. And 2 times actually. So go for that. Leeds.
Had to get help with that one.
Okay, that's true. Because I've forgotten. But it still doesn't change the fact that Celtic or Rangers wouldn't have won the Premier League since 92. I just generally don't believe that they had a strong enough squad to win it. To challenge maybe second at most. Maybe second. Just like they were second in the Europa League final 2003.
So
But-
with the argument here, you're 10 Scottish teams being up. We're not putting in factor the money as well, which access
That's an
the
excuse.
Scottish teams would have had.
Okay.
So within that time. So see if we are talking about 92 onwards, Rangers were doing the EBTs at that point. Imagine Rangers with EBT money, double wages, double bubbling, and then English Premier League licensing money. Rangers would have absolutely dominated, and that's me saying as a Celtic fan, they would have won Paul Gascoigne, Laudrup, then as well, with that and the money, they would definitely, at least Rangers would have won within the late 90s, and then Celtic later on with the team that they had, Larson.
You genuinely believe that within the late 90s we're talking now, right?
Of the current Scottish two, Celtic and Rangers, with the teams that Rangers would have had in the late 90s and Celtic in the early 2000s, with the injection of money as well from TV rights, they would have 100%, either Celtic or Rangers would have both won a league title
I still
in
don't
England
believe,
at that point.
I understand that, but I still don't believe you will have bettered United or Arsenal at that time.
Celtic had it, they beat Man United round about that 2000 era as well within testimonials. This was back when testimonials used to be hard fought and it was Battle of Britain stuff, and Celtic done the job over them at Old Trafford.
that's an emotional
I think
one.
playing them twice a season, home and away, Celtic would have definitely won.
You're confident that you would have gotten to Old Trafford
Yeah.
and bettered them, or
Yeah.
Highbury and bettered
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
You're
We've
very
seen Rangers
confident in
teams in the past years
that.
as well.
They were good, squads, absolutely.
2 very good arguments. Purely from the fact is you do have to take in account of the money. Obviously, I've just sent Scott Brown off for saying that that Celtic will get relegated. But at the same time, if you bring it back and you inject all the money and go on, what?
No, nothing.
What is he
You
getting
just
extra
use
points here?
testimonials as an argument.
Is he getting extra
Oh,
time?
testimonials. I played the fucking testimonials. This is your fix.
They beat them in the Champions League and all that.
Oh my goodness, that's it.
This is a fix. This is a shout.
It's 1-1. Now it's time for the third one. Scottish fans are better than England fans.
Come on then. Come on then, son.
I don't even think yous believe this one.
What's that?
I don't even think you believe this one.
Here we go. You
Genuinely.
started already.
Basically, you just went, have you got subtitles there? Like, what's going on? That's literally what you just...
Right, come on then. Quantify. Go on. Tell me what it means to be a better fan.
So I think it would be
Oh, better, sorry.
how passionate you are.
Okay.
I think you're passionate towards your national team or your club team, whatever one you follow. And I also think I would probably go with atmosphere as well. See the atmosphere that you actually create at a football ground. I think that would also be another one. The amount of times where I've maybe watched an England game, especially in Wembley, you've got 98,000. Obviously, it's like a morgue, mate. It's genuinely like a morgue at times. Like, I thought when this argument got brought up, I thought it was one of the easiest ones to actually sit there and debate.
Do you know why that is though? Because we, you know, as English fans, we get to watch good football, so we're like enthralled into the game. Whereas, you know, Scottish fans, it's tough for you to. The only reason why you're so loud is because you've got nothing else to cheer about. So you're like, come on lads, let's make some noise. You know, there's nothing going on the pitch.
Right, but then there's nothing going on the pitch half the time when you're playing Andorra and beating them 2-0. So what's, like, no, I mean, it's the same thing.
So wait, are we talking about quality or are we talking about fans still?
I'm talking about in general,
Right,
like,
okay.
even the quality of the fans.
But England finished top of the group every time. So what's that?
No wonder, look the group.
Yeah, but what? But you're playing in the same qualifying groups. So are you finishing top?
Are you honestly comparing the two groups though that they normally get put in?
But
You're playing.
What? So you're telling me every qualifying stage that you guys go through, you've been shagged by the people that have made the groups? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Well, no, because we've ended up qualifying through harder groups than you've ever had.
But how many times have you qualified though?
How many times?
Yeah.
Well, in my lifetime, we've done, 3?
Oh, that's good.
3 times.
That's cute, isn't it? All right, cool.
What-
So, but is that because of the fans? Is that the fans have got you there, have they?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say that, no.
Right.
Obviously, the teams we've had have been good enough, especially late 90s, get into the 2000s, and they obviously just haven't got the job done.
Right.
So, I don't think...
But you still-
but if you're comparing fans,
Yeah.
I don't even think it's a contest. I just think you're probably the most irritable fans to deal with, considering you
Why?
have won
Why are we-
nothing
why are we
since
irritable?
66. So,
But have you won the World Cup?
No.
Have you won the World Cup?
What?
Have you won the World Cup? Have you won anything on an international stage?
No.
No, exactly.
Right, but
So what's-
1966.
Yeah, but
right?
we still won the World Cup.
So-
What are you talking about? You've never won
So-
it.
But you still go on about it. How long ago was that?
What's that even mean,
Like
though?
how long ago was that?
A long
That's
time
like
ago.
the only
But hold on,
tangible
but you've never won it, though.
form
I don't get
of
this
success.
argument.
Right, but when were you born?
When was I born? 91.
Right, 91.
Yeah.
Right. How many times have you seen England win in your lifetime?
I've been much closer than you have.
Nobody
so.
else. But you still lost, so second
Yeah,
still
but so have
last.
you. This is mental argument.
see-
You've not even got close.
Right, but you...
How many times have you been in the final?
Right, but see,
How
ultimately...
many times have you been in the final? Answer the question.
Both teams have still lost.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
Okay, anyway,
about
we're getting
who's
off
getting in a
topic.
final.
We're getting off topic here. We're getting off topic.
Right.
Well, I've just got,
He's right, actually.
I've just
Right.
got one thing to add.
I'm confused. What's going on?
Scotland. Sorry, ref. Sorry, ref.
I can answer it for them. They've won fuck all.
Yeah!
But I did answer the question. I said none.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
I
right,
did
okay.
answer
Let's
the
go back to
question.
let's go back to it though. Cool, cool question, right?
Okay.
So answer me, right? Why are Scottish fans better than English fans? Tell me give me a little list.
Right,
What makes you
so
better?
The passion for their country, right?
What does that mean when you say
So-
passion?
so I would
because you
say-
scream louder than us or what?
No, not at all. No,
Right.
no.
So what is it?
Right, so yous have had, as you said, you've been in finals
Yep.
and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
Ultimately still lost.
Right,
So
but we got
even
there, didn't we?
Right, but second's last. Know what I mean? It is
So would you
Like-
swap a place in the final and rather not be there at all?
still
Don't lie,
last, mate.
don't lie.
It's still
Don't
last.
lie.
No, I mean,
Don't lie, yeah, he's stuttering.
Even if you're going back to club football, for
Right.
example,
Listen,
right?
listen. The biggest thing you've done in the last 20 years is qualify for the World Cup. That is the best thing you've ever achieved.
Okay.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, I don't disagree with
all
that.
all you've got to cheer is that. Like you've got nothing else to cheer about.
Right,
You've got nothing else to.
but how's that making somebody a better fan?
But no, I'm asking you that
that's-
question, but you keep going off on tangents.
Yeah.
So answer the question.
The passion for when you're in the stadium, right?
Yeah.
The passion for actually watching your team.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is obviously it would be different. You don't really watch Scotland. I wouldn't really watch England,
Correct,
right?
yeah.
Unless it's at a major competition, which England have
I'll tell you what, the
qualified.
Denmark game was good. I'll give you that. That
Right.
was a great watch.
So my whole point is see when you've actually watched an England game, when have you ever seen England put any form of kind of passion or atmosphere into a game like that was for Denmark? I'm not talking about trying to qualify,
Do you know what?
I just mean in general.
But what I'll go against that is the fact that most of the time England are qualified by the time we get there. So
Right,
we
but
don't need
even
to.
when you
We don't
get
have
there,
we don't have
see, even
crunch
when you get
ties.
there, that's fine though. But see when you get to
Yeah,
the
the
actual
crunch ties,
competition,
yeah.
right? or you're getting to the final or whatever.
Okay, yeah, but the reason why, because you don't get there that often, so you're just happy to be there. So you're just buzzing that you're actually there.
You're not really answering my question.
I am.
I'm asking about, as an England fan,
Yep.
so when you actually go to the game and you watch it, right, you're talking about expectations. I agree, the expectations are totally different.
Correct.
Right? England, you have obviously been massive so many years,
Mm-hmm.
especially in international stage, making finals, etc. Scotland have obviously been struggling to qualify for so long, and now have started to kind of get on that wagon where we're going to be qualifying. But see,
Are you, though? Are you?
we've qualified for the last two tournaments.
Right, that's good. Okay, go on.
Right, but that's
Carry
the
on.
most recent thing. So you're
Yeah.
going back to 1966 to talk about the last time. So surely that's more tangible than going all the way back in.
Okay.
To say
So
that's
what?
when
So do you think so as fans, you think you're more passionate than England fans?
I just think we're better fans in general, even if you take it at a club level.
But I still
just
haven't
think-
heard like what makes a better fan though. Like I still haven't heard that from you. Oh, he's getting notes. What's going on here, mate? He's getting notes for help. Who's got better banter? Scottish fans or English fans?
Oh, Scotland. It's not even.
Got better patter. Is that what you say?
Yeah,
Patter.
it's going to be a personal preference. You don't know what I'm saying half the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what
I
I
need
mean?
subtitles.
So,
I need subtitles.
I don't know. I just find Scottish parters funnier.
Okay.
A bit more
Subjective, but I reckon
Agree.
we're funnier. So where do we go from here?
subjective.
Yeah. Okay, so you got better banter. You make more noise.
Easy. That's, yep.
Where though? Because I've been to Celtic versus Kilmarnock, right?
Right.
Is it Paradise you call it? Oh, you Rangers. Okay.
No, me, mate.
But the atmosphere, the atmosphere was dead.
Mate, I've been to
The atmosphere was awful, by the way.
I've been
And the football wasn't much better.
I've watched Rangers in a European final.
Yeah.
Right, they're live watching it.
Yeah.
And I even feel for the tension of the game. So like, you're talking about finals. So can't really relate that Scottish wise. So I'd relate Rangers wise. I even think when I watch England or another English team like the Tottenham Man U. Don't know if any of you are Man U fans in here, but the Tottenham Man U final. My God, the atmosphere. It's full of tourists. See, even
Okay, because that's more of an attractive product. So tourists will want to go watch an England
Right,
game.
but
They don't want to go watch Scotland.
But then
It's a tough one, this one. Purely off the base of the arguments, I'm going to have to say that one's wrong. But I will say, personally, it was close. And I think you might have edged it, but I think you missed one key thing, which was, I remember I was actually in a Scottish pub for when it was 5-1 versus Germany, and I've never heard a louder cheer in my life when you scored that goal. So if you mentioned that, maybe you would have tipped it, but I can only go off the arguments that you make. And on that basis, it's 2-1 to England. And it's time for statement 4. If the English are so much better at football, why has there never been a winning English manager of the Premier League?
Get into him. Get into him.
I'll let you start.
Because inherently your national team is indicative of the kind of style of play that you guys are developing throughout your sort of grassroots and sort of developmental levels, and it's dull.
You're using big words. I'm a
dull.
simple man.
English
Just use
football
simple words.
traditionally is dull. Is 4-4-2, has not kept up with total football, has not kept up with modern developments, and that is the reason that you don't have the same sort of expansive idea of football that the other nations that do win league trophies with managers of that nationality.
Like Scotland.
Like Sir Alex Ferguson.
Sir Alex Ferguson, yeah.
Well, that's from a different
What
era.
that
When are we
says to
talking
me,
about?
right,
Is this from
I mean,
92?
I've got a bit of, yeah, it's from 92, the Premier League, right? So I've got a bit of a problem with the question. I don't think the managers have got anything to do with the football, right? Because let's be honest, your man over there, he was talking about Chris Sutton. Chris Sutton went up to Celtic because he couldn't back it down here. Simple as that, right? And that goes with a lot of players. They end up there when they can't play anymore, right?
Far be it for me to defend Chris Sutton, but I think he's a pretty
No,
tidy
I'm just
player.
saying, like, but I'm just saying the style of play. I mean, an Englishman has gone up to the Scottish Premier League and won the Premier League there, right? So the Premier League is a brand, right? And we don't like employing sort of like the Englishmen because it's not what attracts the eyes from the other nations, right? So you get a lot of Chelsea. Look at Chelsea. Geezer's won 6 out of 7. Is that right, Lou? They're still moaning about him because his name ain't. What's his name? Because his name is Rossinier. If his name was Rossinier, then they'll have all of.
Nicky, he's English. Pick someone else. He's English. Yeah. Pick someone else.
Look, you're not listening to what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Shut your mouth off for a second and listen to what I'm saying, right? Because we don't employ them. They don't employ them. If everyone employed them, then they would over Scottish managers. We're David Moyes. Get out. What he says to me, right, Scottish managers, you know what you're talking about, but you ain't got the ability.
My problem isn't Scottish managers, though. My problem is
Players.
my problem is that an English manager hasn't won the Premier League. That's my point, and the problem, and the point of the debate, right? So I'm not saying that every Scottish manager is a visionary. I'm saying that Sir Alex Ferguson found a way, and it might not be the way that
the
we're
question
talking
is, if English players are so much better, why
that isn't the question?
That is the question.
Is that the question?
No, if English
Players.
people, no, it's people because it's around managers. So
It's about managers. So I'm right.
The statement is, if the English are so good at football, why is the English manager never won the Premier League?
It's
about managers.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest.
Oh no!
I had the wrong question.
It's 2-2.
Fuck me with the question.
No, he didn't. What's the question?
Right, it's time for the final round. It's 2-2, England versus Scotland. And the final statement is, the Scottish game is more real football than the English game at the minute.
Easy dub.
Come on,
Right, for the win! For the win!
Come on, Lou.
You can't
Make
lose
up for
this.
my mistakes, man.
3, 2, 1.
Off you go.
I'll fling it over to you. So what is real football to you?
Real football?
Yeah.
In what capacity? What are we talking?
Well, that's a question.
Well, it depends what capacity you want to talk about. In terms of, do you want to talk? Are we talking like strictly intangibles? Are we talking tangibles? What do you want to talk about?
What is your opinion? The question's open.
What
Is real football
It's
to you?
subjective, isn't it?
Okay,
Football.
so what's your opinion?
Listen, I love a bit of Route 1, mate. But, you know, that's just me. You might like tiki-taka. It depends on what you like. I like direct football that gets the ball up there and wins games, which we do a lot more across a lot more places than you do.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you had 55 million more people living in your country than ours, then you probably would have more options to go forward.
well,
wouldn't
look, you guys had an opportunity to get more real football and better players. No, we were touching on it earlier, Henrik Larsson. You know, you had Gattuso up there. You've had some fantastic players playing in Scotland.
Yep.
But you guys chose to go to Setanta rather than Sky and lose all the money. So when you lost all the money,
We do have a
you
Sky
lost,
deal.
Yeah, now you do,
Yeah.
but that's because Setanta went bust, and then you're already miles behind everyone else. So when that happened and the Sky deal came through, put it this way, the money was already being injected into the Premier League, which is a better product, which has better players, which means that they win more trophies in European games as well. I mean, what do you want me to say? Like when you talk about what is better football, which is basically what we're asking.
Not
here.
better football, it's what's real football.
Well, real football, better football is the same thing to me.
And is that just on the pitch for you, or is that everything?
See, this is what I mean. This is why I asked. What do you want to talk about?
Everything. It's your
This is
opinion.
why I
It's your
asked you.
opinion. It's your
What do you
opinion.
want to talk about?
The
Give
full
me it.
game, the name's football, the full
Is
game.
it?
It's not just about on the pitch.
Okay, so
Everything.
Okay, which bit do you want to talk about?
Okay, so I think it's also about the authenticity of the game.
Right.
Not just on the pitch, but off the pitch in relation to fan culture as well.
Okay.
Any time, I think, especially down south, if we're looking to be talking about the full of England, but we'll talk about the Premier League, for example, a lot of the games are really, really poor in terms of like fan atmosphere and fan quality.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
I know. For example, in December there, I'm in the Chelsea end at Newcastle. And it was like a morgue, honestly. You could hear a pin drop. They sing one song and it's their team's name over and over again.
Not
It's
true, because I was there as well.
awful. Really bad.
It just isn't true though, is it? So you
No, it's
just
true.
told a blatant lie then.
It's true.
It's like it's just not
It's
true
true.
because there was more songs being sung.
No, it's true. That's all they've got. All the songs, Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. Terrible. Really, really bad. Really, really,
You're
really
supposed
bad.
to be impartial. You shut up.
Sorry.
And also, you have this big product in the Premier League, okay,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is now just being globalised, and it's not actually a sport, but they're just globalising the Premier League as itself to be the best league in the world. Seen 9 times out of 10, and I know obviously the best players come to the Premier League to play their football. 9 times out of 10, when you sit down to watch a massive game in the Premier League, it is a really, really bad game, like a really bad watch. See, if you're sitting looking maybe at a bottom half Premier League game, it's actually more exciting because the two teams are going for it. The game is over tacticalised in England, whereas in Scotland they kind of just go for it, to be honest.
I forgot the old firm was on, by the way. I had to switch it on at the 23rd minute, but you know, yeah, carry on.
What one? The one just there?
The one with Fred Nancy's last one.
When?
That was that was a little while ago now, but I forgot it was on.
Which was a game of 2 halves. Celtic were 1-0 up at half time and Rangers
Yeah,
come
well, no,
back
this is what I mean.
1-3.
You're talking about better football and like the globalised product. If it's a globalised product and more people are watching it and there is more money in it, like you're talking about this like it's a bad thing. I literally said at the top, you had the opportunity to have that. You had the quality players. Everything was there. Scottish football was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it was. The quality players were in that division. The money then went, the quality then dropped. The football is not as good, so people don't watch it. And then with the back of that, Again, you want to talk about what is real football, what is a quality football. Quality football does not happen in Scotland. It just doesn't. It used to, but it doesn't happen anymore.
If quality football doesn't happen in Scotland, then how are Rangers making a Europa League final 3
You
years
tell
ago?
me, I don't know, mate. It
Exactly.
weren't until like 20 odd years. Whereas English
we've made it twice in the last 18 years. We've made it twice in the last 18 years. So how's it once in 20 years?
English, you want to talk about quality teams in European finals. Chelsea have won 2. You have Manchester United won God knows how many. You've had Liverpool. You've
How many have they lost?
in terms of the final, you had Spurs and Man United. Yes, it was an awful final. I agree with you, by the way. But it was. By the way, it's all of this. All of this. You talk about the amount of teams that have reached those finals. There are 5 teams out of 8 from England in the Champions League elimination rounds already.
Yep.
Because the quality's there. You lot couldn't even get into the league phase.
Yeah, I know, but you're a handed.
Quality's not there.
You're a handed 4 places. You're a handed 4 places to start with.
The quality of football is not
I think
in
we're
Scotland.
actually
It
missing.
used to be.
I think we're actually missing the
It's
point.
gone.
His points aren't even about the argument.
Aye, I know at all. We're missing the full point, so we'll get back to the question, right? What is real football, okay?
He's saying
Real
it's a
football
brand. Why would a league ever be a brand?
Real football in England is over-tacticalised, over-analysed. The players are like robots. The support is absolutely terrible. For example,
But you just said the bottom half of the Premier League was pretty good.
Yeah, I would say that it's probably a more entertaining game than watching the top games. I watched Liverpool-Arsenal a few weeks ago,
But
and
then
it was
you're
a
just
terrible,
your own
terrible quality of
argument,
game.
just diminishing it.
It was a terrible, terrible quality of game. You've got an Arsenal team there, for example, who have world-class players, really, really, really good. You're welcome. And the football is awful to watch because it's over-tacticalised, over-analysed. Do they win games? Absolutely, but it's a boring, boring watch. Whereas, for example, you go up and you watch games in Scotland, and it's not like that.
Could you
Teams
not
are going for
argue
it.
the football that Manchester United play in is probably the opposite of that? Manchester United was very direct. They get in the box quickly. They're doing pretty well.
Under
obviously.
Almiron or Carrick?
No, under Carrick.
Ah, yeah,
we're
absolutely. Aye, they've got a new
about that
manager
tonight.
bounce,
But,
which happens.
Well, we don't know if it's a new manager bounce. We don't know how well he's been doing overall. Over
Well,
a
he's got
longer
13
period.
points out of 15. So
Yeah,
you've
well,
got
I'm
a
saying,
new
no, I'm
manager
saying
bounce.
we don't know. I'm talking about for the rest of the season. We don't know. But the way they play their football in comparison to how it was under Amorim is much better. So again, that's completely subjective. You're talking about there could be people, which by the way, in terms of over tacticalisation, I agree with you. Football can be over tacticalised,
Yeah,
right?
especially
I
in
hate it.
England.
I love a bit of Route One. Like I said, I love get very direct football, but. We just talked about how it's completely over-tacticalised at the top. There's literally one example I've just given you straight away where it's not. Arguably, what Chelsea are playing as well right now isn't as over-tacticalised as it was under Enzo Maresca. So you talk about how it's all over-tacticalised, making a general sweeping statement about the top half of the league,
Yeah, that's right.
and it's not true.
Well, it probably is.
It's not.
What I'm saying is, if you watch the majority of Premier League teams, it looks like the players are robots. Like they don't have a lot of creative freedom, especially in the attacking phases. I think also, if we're going back to the actual point of the question in terms of what real football is, it's not just about what's on the pitch; it's about what's in the stands as well from the fans. The authenticity around the passion for your club. Scottish fans, in relation to football, have just won. They've got the best attendance in relation to capita in the country, and that's the 3rd year in a row that they've won that.
That helps when
So-
you've got 2 stadiums that are literally 100 yards from each other and people can nip across, isn't it?
What, Dundee and Dundee United?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
But then you also have too many football stadiums.
How?
You have too many. I have, mate. It's not great. It's like you talk about. There's too many stadiums. They've
How many
literally
clubs have you
talked
got in
about
London?
this. They've done a whole.
How many clubs have you got
thing
in
on
London?
this.
That's one example. How many clubs have you
No,
got in London?
you're talking about per capita. Yeah, probably because there's not much there, and also you can't fill your stadiums.
And the top. What do you mean we don't fill our
You don't
stadiums?
fill your stadiums.
We've got the best attendance per capita in
You
Europe.
don't fill your stadiums.
Neither do you. I could have got a ticket at Brighton a few weeks ago, no problem at all. I'm a Rangers fan. How am I getting a ticket in a Chelsea away end? If yous are selling
Blues
out,
Brothers, mate. That's
How
what.
am I getting a ticket?
He's not wrong.
Because we up you out. That's what Chelsea and Rangers do, isn't it?
Yeah, we're cooked. We're so cooked. How do you let him win that?
I don't have to make much of an explanation that your own boys don't back you. Scotland wins! Oh. So that's it. Scotland 3, England 2. I mean,
He's
I
not
don't
an
know
impartial referee, is he?
I don't know if you're
Come
gonna-
on, like.
You let me do me fucking outro, lad. Shut the fuck up. Scotland 3, England 2. I'm not sure you're going to see that scoreline again, but it's... Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And also, if you think you can debate better than these lads, please go in that bio and press that link to apply for yourself. That's all from me. We'll see you next week.